All right, should be up and running on both platforms here. We just closed, so we'll get to take a look at the final numbers and we'll go over today's plays, talk about what to expect going into tomorrow and next week. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for April 22nd, 2021. Qs down 1.21 and SPY down 0.91. Coming into today, we talked about how we needed to see a break of this base before we could be bearish. And the Qs were able to poke below, but then got bought right back up, as you can see here. And then was moving up. Yesterday was mostly an inside day. Okay, inside day. And then today was bullish to start off the day. And then in the afternoon, news about potential changes to the capital gains tax got the Qs and SPY coming in. So got a little bit volatile there after lunch. And a lot of the kind of long plays from the morning got trailed out, which is fine, but we'll go over those in a little bit. It doesn't really change the chart too much here as far as what we have. It's really going to be dependent on the follow through tomorrow. Okay, and it may not necessarily be follow through from this move or the news itself. We do have a lot of things reporting tomorrow and today after the close, so basically now, which could get the market gapping down as well. Now, if we do get a gap down actually coming from this move, let's say we gap down tomorrow, more likely we're going to get bought at the open just because we will be kind of have an extended move here to work with. What we'll have to see is kind of the resolution of this trend. If that initial move gets bought in the morning, we can look for the next sell setup. So things got a little bit kind of choppy and back and forth. We've been neutral waiting for this to kind of resolve. We never started the bearish bias here. Still kind of a wait and see. You know, things have gotten a little bit choppy up here, which is fine. I kind of expect that, just with more of the larger names reporting here and expecting some market gap ups and gap downs. Obviously, you can't really foresee what the afternoon news was, but you know, we'll still have, I think, plenty to work with no matter how the market resolves. Plenty of gaps to look at. So let's go ahead and look at that. Today, T reported gapping up here, clearing some resistance. Nice weekly, trying to transition back up. Had a nice breakout in the morning. Okay, I probably used a little bit too big of a stop. I put my stop down here. Could have used a little bit of a tighter stop, maybe to 24, 23. Just a base breakout in the morning. Just spent the morning setting up the range there. Wasn't a huge play on the T. You see eventually did lose the uptrend there. A little bit of a breakout failure there. See that? Breakout inside bar and then right back down. So not a bad start though. T first play this morning, not too bad. Some decent follow through. I think the max on this was 2. Came away with about half of the max there on that. And then the RLX was the next play. RLX had a move in the morning. Wasn't really on my radar to play aggressively at the open. Didn't think the gap was all that good. Okay, gapping up into some resistance here, just gapping over a base, lacking the shock value. So after the initial move here, we got the pullback. What I played was after that, waited for the kind of the 2-minute to 20 minutes to start basing underneath, and then we got triggered in here. So that was the kind of the move there. So we got triggered in. I was looking for new highs, and really what I was looking for on this was if we got going here above this pivot, right, big targets in mind. So that was the real appeal here on this, but wasn't able to. And then we brought the stop up after it created this pivot here, brought the stop up to this base, and then it trailed there. So lost about half an hour on this. On the RLX, I kind of did feel like this was the kind of the moment in time here. We were in it, kind of retested support. If it wasn't going to go from there, and especially because a big part of this play, as far as the timing of this goes, was focused on the 2 minute. We got that buy set up right off the 2 minute, and if that wasn't going to go, I was ready to be out of it. So that's why we brought the trail up, killed it for about a half-hour loss on the RLX there. So that, and then the next play was the BX. Okay, so you can see there's already, we're starting to pick things up already as we kind of get to the end of the week. Next week should be plenty busy. That BX was just a 5-minute base breakout here. Okay, so here was the consolidation up at the highs here. Once we broke out the highs, that was the play. Okay, management was fine on this. As we got above 84, that was the first target. I was watching this and noticed that we had a lot of 15-minute bars in a row already, and trailed another portion there as it was trying to do a breakout. I said go ahead and bring it up 1 minute bar by bar there, and then we trailed another portion there, and then the last piece was just trailed to break even. I really wanted to stick with this as long as I could because the daily here was at all-time highs, so we don't really have a reference, so you just got to trail because I don't know what the top is going to be. Is it going to be 84.50? Is it going to be 85? I mean, like, yesterday the WBT, which wasn't all-time highs, but at least it was like multi-year highs on this. You don't really know if you don't have a recent reference. I think, you got to go back quite a ways away here to find some kind of reference there, to find some resistance, and the older resistance is not going to be as relevant. So on this is all-time high. So we did trail this to the hourly there. I said just bring it up to break even. It did trail when the market came in the afternoon. So obviously when that came in, so did the BX. And so I mean that's why we trail. That's why we have the stop, because you never know. Could I have foreseen that this really nice uptrend that we were in was gonna fall apart, or that the market was going to have the drop that it did, or so we prepare for all the scenarios, and then if it kept on going, then great, right? I was ready to live through a pullback on this as long as it didn't break the minor support. So overall fine on the BX. I think it was kind of a nice play. Yeah, at least we got a decent move before the news came out, so I thought that was fine. And then the gap's okay. It's clearing. It just didn't really have much shock value because we've already been basing up here at the top. So is it really that much of a surprise that this gapped up or was bullish? Not really, right? So that was fine on that. And so I thought today a little bit more action going on in the morning. The afternoon, honestly, with that volatility kind of, for me at least, made it so that the charts were a little bit ruined. So there was nothing to do in the afternoon. A lot of them just, the bearish items, I guess, just kind of turned back down, but we're only going to move as much as the market was going to continue lower. And so even though the market was bullish, we did have some decent kind of bearish items here as well. So like what I'm seeing. So looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully get some decent gaps, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Hope you did well today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good evening.